So how to earn passive income with cryptocurrency? It's not just buying the asset and waiting for the price to increase in value. It could happen and you can withdraw some money every month, but we already have seen that the markets are very volatile and the coins usually lose a lot of their value from time to time, and this is quite normal. So we cannot really depend on passive income if we just buy the assets and store them into our wallets and hope that the price will just increase constantly and forever, and every month we will be able to withdraw profits and consider that to be a passive income. Unfortunately, the crypto market doesn't work that way, but there is a way for a passive income, and this is called staking. So if I have to explain it with super simple words, imagine you are depositing $10,000 into a saving bank account, and the bank will give you some percentage as a reward because you are keeping your savings in their bank. Unfortunately, the banks don't give a lot. They will offer probably 1-2% maximum, depends on where you live, depends on the currency you are investing, but it's not a lot, okay? If you receive 2% a year as a reward because you're keeping your money in the bank account, then you will be losing money, unfortunately, because the inflation is higher and your money, your savings in the bank will actually depreciate in value. This is why I prefer to use crypto staking, because the percentage is higher and the cryptocurrencies in the long term increase in value. But the method is absolutely the same. We put some amount of crypto, or it could be stable coin like USDT. For the beginners, USDT, this is the stable coin. It always equals to $1. So if you stake 10,000 USDT coins, it means that you are staking $10,000 as a value because they are stable coins and you are getting rewards on these coins. Of course, you can be staking many others like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tezos, or whatever cryptocurrency you want to save into your wallet. And why did I say save? Because we are storing this crypto into our wallets for some period of time, with the same idea that we will be storing this crypto on the exchange or in the wallet, or we will grant it to some validators who will be paying us rewards in the long term, and we will benefit from the coins that we are staking. And if it still sounds complicated, I will twist my words and try to say it with simpler words. So if you want to know how to earn passive income from cryptocurrencies, you need to understand that on the crypto market there are many players. There are the miners, there are the validators, nodes, there are bakers. In Tezos, for example, when we're staking, we delegate our coins to a baker, so he will be actually baking those coins and sending us rewards. And I will show you that in a second, but you really don't need to know all of that because the exchanges like Binance or Crypto.com make it easier. So if you want to know how to earn passive income from cryptocurrency on Binance, it is super simple. All you need to do is buy some cryptocurrency into your wallet with your account on Binance and stake them, or you will be simply locking this cryptocurrency in the wallet and the exchange will do its work. You will simply receive the rewards, and it is that simple. So I will show it to you right away. Staking is a passive income indeed, but the crypto market is super volatile, which means that if you build a portfolio of coins and you stake each one of them, some days you will see your portfolio dropping with 10%, then increasing with another 15%, then dropping with 20, 40, 50 or even more, and some beginner investors get really frustrated when they see their portfolio dropping, which is quite a normal feeling. But if you want to stay longer on the market, you need to accept the fact that the cryptocurrencies lose their value from time to time, and those cycles of crash and new record highs, crash and new record highs repeat again and again. And actually, if you twist your mind and use those crashes to buy more crypto for staking, and then when the market goes up and during all of that period, you will be actually earning passive income from cryptocurrency staking. On the top, when you are on a record high, you can take your profit, you can sell the coin and generate profits from buying it cheap, selling it expensive. And then when the market crashes again, you can buy again, stake again until the market reaches a new record high and sell it. This is just a strategy that I've been using, but it took me quite a long time actually to twist my mind and not to freak out when the market crashes, but actually to take it as an opportunity to buy the coins cheap and then look for selling opportunity on the top. And during this time, I'm just staking and earning passive income. So you have to really embrace it that the markets crash, and it will happen sooner or later. You will see your portfolio dropping, so don't panic. In the long term, it is always expected to recover because until the moment, it always recovers. The second thing I have to mention is that it is better to keep your portfolio offline in a cold storage, which is much safer compared to an online exchange like Binance, for example, or any other. I keep most of my coins on Ledger. This is where I feel safer because they're offline, the device is disconnected from the internet, and I can still stake some of the coins, not all of them. Usually on the exchanges like Binance, you can stake nearly all of the cryptocurrencies. Even not all of them are proof of stake. However, the exchange gives you the opportunity to lock this cryptocurrency for a certain period of time, and they are paying you rewards because at the same time they're lending this cryptocurrency to a third party, and they obviously keep a portion for themselves, just like the banks do. But if I don't dive into these details, I just want to tell you that if you are planning to invest a sustainable amount for yourself, you better think about putting it offline and storing it safely. And before I show you how to earn passive income with cryptocurrency on Binance, I need to tell you that the rewards we receive from crypto staking are in the coin that we are staking. So you're not getting cash, you are not getting American dollars or euro or Australian dollars, whatever your currency is, you are getting the rewards into the coin you are staking. For example, if I show you my Ledger Live app where I have some crypto, you will see that I'm staking Tezos, and if I click on it, you will see that in the last month my amount of Tezos is growing because I'm staking it, and regularly I receive rewards. And I have dedicated the Tezos to a baker who is actually baking or staking my coins, and he's paying back rewards to me. But I keep my Tezos into the Ledger wallet, which is, one more time, an offline wallet, and it's known to be one of the safest methods to store cryptocurrency. But what I want to show you is that below you can see that I have received the rewards in Tezos. Okay, 62 cents arrived today, and then we have 86 cents arrived 3 days ago, and on the 6th of October 92 cents of Tezos, on the 3rd of October 81 cents of Tezos. So you can see that I'm getting approximately 0.1 or a little bit above 0.1 of Tezos every time when I receive rewards. And if I go back to the top, you will see that I have received over 1 Tezos for the last 1 month because I'm staking 262 Tezos into the account. And if I click on view details, you will see that I've been staking this Tezos for 227 days, which brought me some Tezos, and I haven't done anything. Okay, once I have delegated it, I didn't do a thing. And I actually recorded a video on how to stake Tezos on Ledger. I will put the video in the top right hand corner, so if you want to know step by step, it is super easy actually to do it. You can check out that video. So what I wanted to show you is that actually I'm receiving about 80-90 cents every 3 days from staking this Tezos into my ledger, but I'm receiving those rewards in Tezos. And I find this cool because the price of Tezos actually increases in time, and I have bought that Tezos at about $2, and the current price of Tezos is about $6.60 by the time I'm recording this video. So my investment actually increased over 3 times for these 220 and something days, but at the same time I have been earning Tezos every 3 days or so as a passive income, as rewards from staking or baking, this is how it's called, on the Tezos blockchain. And so far I have no reason for selling it or stop staking it. And if you want to know when I'm buying or selling any coin, you can check out my Patreon's page below, and as well you will get access to my spreadsheet from where you can track automatically your coins, which is super useful, especially when you're buying many. You will know at any moment how much you are earning or you are losing, but with simple words you will be easily able to track your portfolio. But keep in mind that the Ledger device is not cheap. At the time of recording this video it's about $140, and if you decide to buy one, always make sure to purchase from the official website. I will drop a link below the video. So for me personally, it got worthy having a Ledger when I invested more than $10,000 and I wanted to store that crypto offline. But if you're just playing around and you're purchasing coins for a few $100s, for example, I don't think it is worthy purchasing a Ledger, because simply you can keep them in the wallet of your exchange. And of course, if you're comfortable keeping and staking your coins on an exchange like Binance, I will show you straight away how you can stake those coins in there. Alright, so now I will show you how you can earn passive income with cryptocurrency on a Binance exchange, which I have selected as an example for the purpose of that video. And I will jump straight away into my account, where you can see that I have plenty of coins, and usually I'm using Binance for trading, so all of those coins I'm buying and selling frequently. But actually staking on Binance is super easy. All you need to do, go to the home page and then scroll a little bit higher and click on more. So here are all the features provided by Binance, really many things. And then in the finance section you will find staking. Click on that and you will see that we have 2 main options. One is locked staking and DeFi staking. Alright, so for the purpose of this video I will keep it simple with the locked staking, and you can see that by the name it is very clear that we will be locking our cryptocurrency for a certain period of time. And you can see that for the different cryptocurrencies there are different periods of time. For example, for the Axie Infinity we have 10 days, 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, and then if I scroll lower you will see that usually it is about 30, 60 and 90 days. And if you notice, the Axie Infinity staking reward is just insane at the moment, 152%. And actually in a minute I will show you how to stake the Axie Infinity because I have it in the wallet. But if I scroll lower, you will see that for the different assets we have different interest rate, like 3.85 for Luna, and if I scroll down you will see many more. And you can search, for example, if you want to stake Cardano, you can see how much is the interest rate, 7.79, which is not bad at all. If you're not comfortable staking Cardano for 60 days, you can do it for 30 days, or if you are planning to keep it longer, you can go for 90 days and get 8.38%. And probably by the time you're watching that video, the percentage will be different, but at any moment you can check what is the percentage. And actually, if you're looking for a stable passive income, you can stake stable coins such as the USDT, USDC, or the Binance dollar coin, which are coins that do not change in value, but they always equal to the American dollar. And if I click on DeFi staking, I will just show you, we have the risk warning which you should be reading. You can see that for the USDT or the Tether, we have 479, so it's a little bit lower than most of the other coins because this is stable coin. Okay, if you place, for example, $100,000 and stake them, you will be simply getting 4,790 on yearly basis, and there is no risk that your portfolio will depreciate in value because your 100,000 investment won't change at any point. So let me show you now what I have in the wallet for Axie Infinity. I will go to spot, and you can say that I have 2.59 of Axie Infinity. I am on a profit with that position because I have bought it at about $70, and now Axie Infinity trades at about 123. I actually bought it at 74 something, I believe it was. So what I will do right now, I'll go back to the home page, I will click on more again, I will go to staking, and here is this insane 152% of Axie Infinity, and I will just go for 10 days because I just want you to see how to earn passive income from cryptocurrency with Binance, but especially Axie Infinity, which is super volatile NFT coin. I prefer to trade it, so I'm buying and selling and earning much more profits compared to the staking itself. But for the purpose of this video, I'll stake some of my Axie Infinity, so I'll hit on stake now. So we can see that I can stake maximum 1 Axie Infinity, which is okay. They have placed a limitation at the current moment, and you can see that the limitation is actually described pretty well below, that the minimum is 0.1 and the maximum is 1 Axie Infinity. And then I have the staking date, which is just now, 12th of October. I'm recording late in the evening, 10 p.m. The interest period is 1 day, which means that every day I will get some interest in Axie Infinity. Okay, the rewards are always in the coin you are staking. And then I can see the end date, 23rd of October. The redemption period is 1 day, so I'll get my coins back on the 24th of October, and I agree to the terms and conditions, which I always advise you to have a look at. And I can see that the estimated interest that I will get for those 10 days is 0.416. So something to mention is that I have the 1 coin limitation to stake, but this is because it is for 10 days. If I go to 30 days, you will see that the maximum is actually 400. If I go to 60 days, the maximum is 200. 90 days, the maximum is 100. But again, I will stick to 10 days for the purpose of the video. I will need to select the amount. We'll just click on max and I will confirm it. And let's see what happens. Lock confirmed. So now I have locked 1 of my Axie Infinity coins. And if I go back to spot trading, and in the Axie Infinity, you see that I have now 1.59. So I can trade this 1.59 if I decide, while this 1 coin is staking into my Binance app, which is pretty cool because you can stake any amount you decide and leave the rest for trading, or you can sell it at any any moment and take the profits. And of course, I have to mention that if you want to earn passive income from cryptocurrency staking, you need to take that as a long-term investment. Of course, you can choose a shorter period of time, like 1 month or so, and then after 1 month decide if you wish to continue staking or you want to sell and trade your cryptocurrency. But of course, for 1 month you are not getting that much and you won't really feel the passive income from staking cryptos just for 1 month or so. Of course, if you are staking a huge amount, that's a different story. But if you're staking a few $100s and you unstake them in 1 month, you will be getting just a few dollars. However, that is very recommendable just for a beginning, so you can see how it is working or choose the best exchange. I have selected Binance as an example because it is a decent exchange. Actually, it's the biggest exchange, but it's a decent place where you can stake your crypto and earn passive income. But personally, I prefer to keep my long-term investment into Ledger, where the cryptocurrencies are offline and I can still stake some of them, not all of them, like what we can do with most of the exchanges. But again, that's a personal choice. I just showed you a few different options and you can decide which one would be better for you. And because I want to give you a realistic expectation of how much you can earn as a passive income, let's say your target is $100 a day. This means that you would want to earn $3,000 a month. And this means that you will need to invest over $600,000, for example, in Tezos, which offers about 6% on yearly basis. So you can earn $36,000 a year, or this is $3,000 a month. But if you invest $600,000 in Tezos, there is always the risk that this amount could depreciate in value and you will be actually losing more than what you are earning from the crypto staking. I personally bought Tezos at a very good price, down at $2. I hope it will never get back in there. But of course, when buying it, there was the risk that the price might drop below $1. Well, it didn't happen. The price went into my favor. So keep in mind always that when you're investing, there is the risk that the asset could actually decrease in value, and always make sure to do your math before purchasing crypto that you want to stake. I always do the math, so I have calculated that if you press the like button of that video, this will be useful for my YouTube channel and you'll support my work. I thank you very much for watching. I love you and I will see you guys in another video. Cheers!